What is going on, everyone? It is Hayden here, and today we are going live. I decided that we would continue with these Q&A Saturdays. I kind of want to talk a little bit more on the sense of mindset. A lot of people have questions when it comes to how is it that you keep a positive mindset when things aren't going well, or when you're, reaching out to clients and, things like that. When you're having a really hard time reaching out to clients and then you're not getting anywhere with them, and you want to know how is it that you can continue with a positive mindset. And one of the ways that I kind of do it is, I feel like a lot of you guys are judging off of other people. You're really concerned about what everyone else is thinking. You're not concerned about how your business is actually doing. You probably went out and you told your mom and your friends, and I'm doing this social media marketing business, or I'm starting fulfillment by Amazon. Whatever business that you're doing, you're telling everybody else all about it, and you're so worried about what they're thinking that you're not paying any attention to the fact that you need to just take your time. I actually just listened to a podcast with Gary Vee. I'm sure a lot of you heard it because it's kind of going a little bit viral right now, about having the proper mindset for a 20-year-old and how impatient we all are, and it's so true. See, I'm going to be getting more in depth about this, but I've set a goal for myself, and it's that this July I'm going to be doing a road trip from Ontario all the way to California. And I told myself I need to be making at least $10K a month just off of my fulfillment by Amazon in order to do that. That was just a goal I set myself. Yes, it's ambitious, but I could also take some time and really I need to make it that quick. So far I have 6 clients that I currently work with, and that's kind of on my own. I do a lot of outsourcing, but I only currently work with 6. I'm more of a one-on-one type of guy. I don't really like to have, currently, I don't have this huge agency. My agency is something that, honestly, just being completely brutally honest, I have kind of made it not a side thing, but it's not my main focus right now, because I have so many things going on that I really do need to kind of focus down on it, but I've been very successful with it, so I'm enjoying it where I am, and I guess you could say I'm comfortable with it. I do have a penis, thank you for asking. A lot of you guys ask what I use to create websites, and if you're doing social media marketing, do you need to be good at website design? That is completely... it's up to you guys, really, if you want to actually do the website yourself or you want to outsource it. I personally choose to outsource it. I am not a web designer by any means. I am not... I can't sit there and do coding. I don't enjoy doing coding. So what I instead decide to do is I do a lot of outsourcing. I don't choose to sit here and code through websites. If you're looking for something really easy, look up some tutorials on even just Squarespace. That's normally the one that I use when I first started out doing websites, because it was so easy. Squarespace is definitely one of the easiest ones, along with Wix. And there's all sorts of different web designers that you can use, and you can have a website up in minutes. But it's honestly more worth your time if you're looking for something a little bit more advanced, or you're pretty busy. Just outsource it. It's well worth it, guys. I definitely recommend doing that versus sitting there and being frustrated, maybe not creating a proper website. There's a lot that goes into website design, SEO, and you don't want to be screwing that up. Did you quit your job? I did. So that's actually a great question. I was working at a full-time job when I first started this a few months ago, however many months ago it's been now, and I did quit my full-time job. I put in my 2 weeks, and I actually ended up still working there for a while after that, but because they needed somebody to work part-time, so I stayed there for them. But now I am completely free. I do, on the other hand, still work at the club on weekends, not for a financial thing. It's honestly just because I've kind of moved up in the chains there, and I actually enjoy working there. It gives me something to do. If I don't have that, I don't know what I would do on Friday and Saturday night. I just go and work as a bouncer. It's a good time, honestly. When it comes to my Amazon shipping, I know a lot of you guys have had questions about that. I was going to say, I don't know where my phone is. It's hanging up here. For my Amazon shipping that I do, if you want to get, I guess you guys want to know what it's all about. So pretty much what you do is you find a product that sells X amount a month that you know you can compete with. You then get a supplier from China to create that product. And then from there, you ship it to Amazon, and Amazon fulfills the orders. That's kind of the gist of it. It goes a lot more advanced, but that's the best I can do right now. I don't want to get too into it. Obviously, if you guys want to check it out, Tanner has a course on that, and you can go a little bit more in depth. So I'm in Canada. A lot of you guys, I can't answer your questions when it comes to starting your business. What I would highly recommend is, it's so easy, guys. Just write in Google how to start a business in whatever state that you're in. You're going to find a lot more information than asking me, and it honestly is not that hard. LegalZoom I know is something that a lot of you guys have been using. Definitely check that out. If a restaurant has bad reviews, should you do it? No. Honestly, if the reviews suck, the food suck, there's no point of you doing it. Do not get involved in something that is not going to get you anywhere. If you're getting involved in a restaurant that has poor reviews, it's not your job to make it a better restaurant. You can't change the food. All you can do is promote it better. But if you're just bringing people to, a big pile of shit, it's still a pile of shit when you get there. Just because you got more people to come to it doesn't mean that it's actually good. So I would recommend not doing that at all. Are you only doing it for the money? That's a great question. When it comes to am I doing this just for money, honestly guys, this is not a money thing so much for me. This was more about taking control of my life. I've been through depression. I've been through all those dark times in life. So unfortunately, I have had those bad moments in my life that I decided that this is more for me. This is so I can do whatever I want to do, and that way I'm not, stuck in my 9 to 5, not having a very good time, being depressed. What's my business pitch? You guys are actually pissing me off at this point. Some of you who send me, I got an Instagram message from somebody who sent like a paragraph. You filled out the entire thing. A lot of you guys are DMing businesses. Don't fill out that entire however many characters Instagram gives you. What I personally do is just, hey, I just want to say, you're doing a great job. I really like the content. Try and just get a response first. Once you have that response, once you can get something, don't send them like, hey, my name's so-and-so from this business, whatever, I can do this for you, blah, 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 for this amount of money. Do not do that. You're having a conversation, guys. And honestly, when you guys send me, hey, this is my sales pitch, and I get an email that's like, this long, I don't read it. I personally don't read it, so what makes you think that another business is going to read it? You guys really have to understand that if you're not going to do something yourself, if somebody sent you right now a page-long email, would you read it? Probably not. If they sent, hey, my name's so-and-so, I'm looking to get in contact with whoever does the social media for your company, you'd be more likely to be like, oh yeah, I can direct you to whoever. And then at least you're getting there. But don't send these long email pitches, guys. You really are trying to have a one-on-one conversation. Best way to get an ROI for your client. That is a difficult question because it depends on what type of clients you're going for. What I want you guys to do right now, everyone comment below what type of clients that you're going for. Maybe we can see if there's a general one on there. Restaurants, dentists, restaurants, rich-ass clients. Yeah! So restaurants, I guess, is one of the main ones. Sex shops. Okay, actually, I want to talk to you guys real quick. I said I was going to do a sex shop pitch, and I honestly messaged, I still have all the emails down here. I messaged a ton of sex shops for you guys, because I want to do, the reason I actually messaged them first, because when it comes to filming in sex shops and all that, like, I have to, when I do that, like, hidden mic stuff, I have to go talk to them after and make sure that it's all okay. Like, I have to be very upfront with them for like for the legal side of things. So when it came to pitching to sex shops, I DM'd a bunch of them because I thought like it's actually not a bad idea. Unfortunately, that Facebook's rules and regulations do not allow you to. When I looked it up, they don't allow you to actually promote sexual content. So like I was thinking of just doing like promotions of like some hot girls, whatever. Like being kind of suggestive, but people knew what you're talking about, but not really. And Facebook really slapped me in the face with that and said, no, you can't do that. So I didn't want to waste the business's time doing that. I can still go do a pitch to them if you guys think that'd be funny, whatever. I don't really care. But I looked into it more in depth because I wanted to see what it'd be like, but it wasn't actually able to happen. How are you taking payments from clients? You can take payments from clients in multiple different ways. I personally have a business account under Our Business Media. So that way it's not sketchy. It's not like, hey, sign me off a check to go to Hayden and I'll do your social media for you. No, I'm not doing that stuff. I have a business account, and what I do is I can either charge them through PayPal, there's Stripe, there's like, guys, just look it up. There is a ton of different ways that you're able to do that. You can just send them an invoice, you can look up an invoice creator and you can put an invoice. A lot of people, I like to do it online just because it's easy. So one of the reasons I do PayPal is I have so many things that run through PayPal. So I know they take a pretty big cut out of your fee, but still. First thing you do when you acquire a client. First thing you do, guys, set whatever it is up, but what you really need to do is you need to make sure that you are going to show them value right away. I highly recommend just running a contest. One of the first things is be like, for a restaurant, first thing, I know you guys have heard this, if any of you guys have done the Tai Lopez course, you've probably already heard this, but do one of those, like, do a mega giveaway. I tell you guys, it does honestly work. It is insane. Tell them, like, you know, again, free breakfast for a year or whatever it may be. I like breakfast places, obviously. I bring that up a lot more than I do other restaurants, but do a big giveaway on one of their platforms, so that way you're bringing in a bunch of people. So they're going to be like, wow, like, look at this. We got all these people just from Instagram or just from Facebook. That way, at least you're bringing that in and you're showing them value right away. Because the other things you do, you're going to be constantly bringing in people, but it's not going to show them directly. You're not really going to see it. It'll be like a constant growth, or it'll be higher than normal numbers, but not substantially higher, depending on what you're doing, obviously. Like, I mean, for all I know, you guys could make a business go from 1 million to 100 million. I don't know. I don't know how good you are, but I recommend doing something pretty drastic at first. That way you can get that, you know, punch right at the beginning. Okay, here's something. When you guys are pitching to clients, a lot of you guys are going in blind, completely blind. You're just like, no, fuck it, I'm going to go pitch to them. Even when I do door-to-door type of thing, I'm looking them up. I'm stopping before I go in there and looking them up. I know I didn't do that in one of my first videos. I didn't actually do that, but now I've learned way better. Look them up. You come in there with any bit of knowledge on their thing, you'd be like, oh, by the way, like, I just want to let you guys know, I looked you up on here, and there was a mistake in whatever. If you've looked them up already and you're showing them that you put some effort in, they are way more likely to actually, you know, talk to you guys versus if you were just, you know, said that before, like if you just walked in there. How often do I post? So I'm a very strong believer in posting every single day. And oh, by the way, BMW or Mercedes? Mercedes all the way. Fuck BMW. Anyway, what I highly recommend is posting every single day. I'm not a huge fan of people who say, I'm going to post 3 times a week for business. What is that doing? Would you post 3 times a week on your social media marketing agency? No. Post every single day. Do you think that $1,000 is underpriced? I do. I honestly believe, guys, if you're doing all the effort and all the work, $1,000 is underpriced. If you're good at outsourcing, you can make it work. But if you guys are doing it all on your own, $1,000 is probably underpriced for you. How often do I communicate with my clients? That's a great question. When it comes to communicating with clients, it depends on the client. Some business owners are more upfront, other ones not so much. So when it comes to like Alex, you guys know him, my personal trainer client, me and him communicate every single day. But when it comes to maybe some of my other clients, I don't like to disclose some of them. But when it comes to my manufacturer client that I have, that's like week, maybe once a week, kind of give them a recap of what's going on, but it's not like an everyday type of thing at all. Can you offer your businesses to if they are far away? Yes, you can. You do not need to be door to door. Like, you don't need to be in the same town as them if you don't want to be. It becomes a little bit harder with the content. I have a business that I do social media marketing for in the US, and I also have one in the UK. So I have never seen them. I don't talk to them. I talk to them, but I've never, physically been there. Luckily, one of them is a product, so they send it to me and I do marketing for them that way. But the other one is an actual business that I have to create content for, so it's a little bit more difficult, but you can work it out. Oh, influencers. I want to do a video on influencers so bad, guys, because influencers are huge and something that a lot of you guys are not even thinking about. I know that a ton of you guys have not been talking to influencers yet, and you're really missing out. So one thing that I want to do is with my affiliate link, with my fulfillment by Amazon, I really want to start putting more influencers in. And I'm going to do a video on how to exactly to contact influencers, because a lot of you guys need to start doing that more. You need to understand that when it comes to marketing for any businesses, it's so much easier to convince somebody to buy whatever it is from somebody they already know or already trust, versus trying to just market them off Facebook. So an influencer, extremely underpriced. Let's say you're selling a product. I'm trying to think of one. Let's just say you're selling a certain baseball bat. I know, lame. Just trying to think of something. If you sent that bat out to 20 kids in the area, and you said, hey guys, I'll give it to you for free. Just post a video of you playing baseball with it and tag our company in it. so many more kids would be likely to buy it because they saw it from their friend who has it versus buying it because you posted a picture of it online. If you get what I'm saying, it's just about having that personal connection, and you're literally getting people to promote it for you. How's my product doing on Amazon? A lot of you guys are going for Amazon questions right now. I'll quickly touch on that. If you guys haven't checked out my video on Amazon, make sure you go there and click the link if you want Tanner's course. It's on my Amazon video. It was like 3 videos ago. I have a product on Amazon right now that I just started selling. We're probably on only day 9 now or something. I checked the sales earlier. I'm already at 8 today. The most that I've had so far, I think it was 16, and that was 2 days ago. So that's $160 profit that day. I'm at 8 today, so I've made $80 off of that today. Getting there. I actually just ordered $5,000 worth of inventory for it. I only put $1,500 worth of inventory in originally, but it's selling pretty quickly now and it's starting to pick up. So I just bought another $5,000 worth of inventory, which, doesn't feel too good, but it's going to be making a lot of money. How to approach bigger clients? I can't honestly answer that question. Actually, that's a lie. There was a law firm that I contacted that was a big law firm, and what I was able to do with them is I had to go to one of their offices. I talked to them about social media. I said, hey, do you know who runs the social media here? And she directed me to somebody else. I had to go talk to them, who then directed me, and that was the person running the social media, and she then directed me to the head, which was hard to get past, or to the CEO of the company, whatever it was, or whoever was in charge, which was extremely hard to get past her because I was taking her job technically if I got through, right? So it was really hard to get past her, but it takes a lot of being personal with them and trying to convince them that, I'm just trying to help you guys out, not trying to take anyone's jobs. But when it comes to talking to bigger clients, it's more about starting at the bottom and understanding that you're going to have to consistently talk to them. You're going to have to really keep pushing at it, and you're going to have to talk to a lot of people to get to where you need to go. But just be persistent, guys. Don't give up. A lot of you guys will contact somebody once and then just leave it. You need to be doing follow-ups over and over. How do you set up your social media marketing agency in an automated form of state? That is key, guys. So it's all about finding guys that are, if you want to automate your social media marketing agency, you don't want to sit there every day and you don't want to do it. Trust me, it's not fun. At least maybe it is for you, but for me, it wasn't that fun. It wasn't something that I really wanted to do. So what I was able to do is I found certain individuals who were able to outsource my content. So I found somebody who was good at posting on Instagram. It takes some trial and error. What I would recommend, use your own thing. Make up a fake company for them if you have to. Pay them, $20 or whatever, say, to post for the week, depending on where you're getting them from. If you're getting them from like Upwork or something, like, you can go pretty cheap. Find somebody, make maybe a fake company, and just say, hey, I need you to start posting content for this. And that way you're going to be able to see what they can do. But when it comes to the actual content itself, I do a lot of my own content creation just because I don't trust anybody else right now. I don't have a guy who I'm really like, yeah, this is my go-to guy for content creation. I did trust Alfred on Our Business Media's account, and he did some stuff, but that was the only guy I trusted. And actually, Alfred is no longer with me, guys. So if anyone's looking to get some shout outs and stuff, I need somebody to run Our Business Media's social media account. Just letting you guys know. Are you cold calling clients? I'm doing social media marketing, but I'm supposed to follow up afterwards with the phone calls. Cold calling, not something I overly enjoy. I'm not going to lie about that. I am not a huge fan when it comes to cold calling. I am more of a personal person. But one of the best methods I have found to work for me so far, DM them on Instagram. Email them. You don't get any response from those two, give them a phone call, and you should be writing all these down. And then after that cold call that you give, I don't know if it would be considered a cold call at that time, go into that business if they're around. If not, guys, I do believe that you should be hitting them from multiple angles. A lot of you guys are sending out literally one email and going, oh, they didn't reply to me. I sent out the same exact email to 50 businesses today, and none of them replied to me. Why are you sending out just one email? Like, why are you guys thinking that every business is the same? I don't understand it. You understand you're talking to different people. If I sent a legal firm an email, it's going to be way different than an email I'm going to send to somebody else. And I personally like to include the name of the business in there. I like to talk to them very specifically about their business. I'm not a huge fan of just, not knowing anything about it. So when it comes to cold calling, like I said, I'm not a huge fan. I will do cold calling. Script-wise, you guys need to make more of a conversation. Don't pick up the phone and just expect that you're going to talk all about you and talk all about your agency, because you're not. You need to actually talk to them about their business and what's going on and what their needs are. What's your niche? I don't have a niche. Niche, whatever you want to call it. I wish I did. Honest to God, guys. If you're doing multiple niche, whatever you want to call it, don't. Do one, because it's so much easier to know exactly what you do for all restaurants versus what you do for a restaurant and this and this and this. It becomes kind of difficult. I appreciate just doing one, way easier. Barbershops, I would love to. There was a barbershop that I saw. I should make a video on this. I don't know if I actually will, but no, I will. I'm going to make a video on this barbershop that I saw I was going to go pitch to them when I was doing my door-to-door video, actually. And I searched them up, as I try to do, as always, before I went in there, and I found that they had one of the best social medias that I've ever seen. Like, their pictures were on point. They were getting tons and tons of likes, engagement, everything. A barbershop can be so personable. Everybody needs a haircut, guys. Remember that. A lot of you guys underestimate salons and stuff, mostly because some of them don't make that much money, but the ones that do, they make a lot of money because they're good. I want to go, maybe I'll go do like an interview with these guys. That'd be pretty cool, because they were specializing in beards and in men's hair, and they were like this, just, oh my God, kind of like Dollar Beard Club kind of feel to it, I guess you could say. Like, it was just very, very manly, very like, the pictures were high quality. They had like little bios about each barber on there. I would highly recommend doing a barbershop. They seem really cool. Are you a dropout? I am a college dropout. I did police foundations in college, and I dropped out my last semester, which was an interesting choice. Because I'm literally, if I go back to college right now, I would have 4 months worth of college, and I graduated. I should have done it, but whatever. Again, like, it's not going to get me anywhere, but it actually kind of pisses me off at the fact that I didn't follow through with it. Where do I see this industry going? I see this industry going in a lot of different places, guys. I think that this industry is going to be constantly growing. If you know how to market and you know how to sell things, you are going to do extremely well in life. You can always sell things. You can never, a product might be around for a certain amount of years. Look at, like, I don't know why this came up, but look at Beyblades. There's an interesting one. Huge market, ginormous market for what, 2-3 years? Well, actually, probably longer than that, for about 5 years. But if you know how to sell, you are always going to have an industry. So this is one of the best things that you can get into. So Tai's program did not teach me how to do everything, guys. Tai's program is, honest to God, a very beginner program. It teaches you the fundamentals, how to start it, but it does not really go too deep into the actual marketing side of things. Marketing is huge, and if you are not spending time listening to some podcasts, I don't know how you guys learn. You could be more of a book reader. I'm very audio and visual, so podcasts for me. I listen to a lot of marketing podcasts, and you learn so much. Tai or Gary Vee all the way. I don't like Tai, especially what Tai's become now. I do not like him one bit. How do you price your work? I price my work depending on the business, honestly. So if I went to a jeweler, my price is generally higher, even for the same amount of work. Honestly, guys, you can really choose exactly how much you want to charge a business depending on how much they're making. If you know a business is making bank, you're not going to go in there and be like, yeah, a grand a month. No, you could charge $2,500, $3,500, $40, 10 grand if you really want, depending how confident you are in yourself, obviously. But you do not need to have set fees. A lot of you guys are focusing way too much on your website and being like set fees. I honestly, guys, need to go onto my website and almost delete half that stuff because I don't use it. I don't reference when it comes to like how much I'm charging somebody because I kind of go in there and feel it out myself, to be completely honest. Why don't I like Tai? Looking at his stuff now and what he's kind of become, he's really become more of a attention whore, I guess you could say, more than anything. He's gone a whole different way. I don't know if you guys have been following him and looking at his stuff with like his drunk lawyer that he finds this hilarious to have like this guy on here all the time. He's trying to create a character, and I don't know what type of marketing scheme he's going for, but I've lost a lot of respect for the guy. It's just like, what are you doing? You're getting desperate at this point. Gary Vee is just honest, always the same content. He's not going out doing stupid shit. So That's why. What keeps you focused from working from home? I'm going to tell you right now, I suck at working from home. I am way more focused if I'm somewhere else than home. I need to go to like a Tim Hortons. That's funny for you guys. You don't have Tim Hortons there. But I need to go to a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks or something to actually focus more of the times. I do spend a lot of my times here at my desk all the time. I'll set goals for that day. So I need to get this done, this done, this done, this done. And I'm very keen on making sure that I take breaks in between. I'm saying like work for 2 hours, 3 hours, go for a walk. Work for another 2-3 hours, get something to eat. Go work for another 2-3 hours, go to the gym. Like I'm always in no. The fact is when you work from home, you don't have like a set time. Like it's not like I'm gonna work from 8 till whatever. No, I wake up. As soon as I wake up, I'll check on everything, make sure everything's going good, check up on videos, all that stuff, and then I will then go from there. Get dressed and stuff. That gives me a bit of a break. I'll make some breakfast. While I'm eating breakfast, I'll watch some videos on social media marketing. I'll check up on what other big YouTubers doing, and then from there I will go and start doing some actual work, take a break. I find that breaks are way easier, and I'll work till like 2-3 in the morning, but the fact is that I need to have breaks in between or else I'm gonna go crazy. I can't sit there. Honestly, I probably have ADHD or something. I can't do it. What's your monthly reoccurring now? I need to calculate it because between YouTube ad revenue, affiliate marketing, Amazon, put it this way, I know for a fact that today alone between sales, affiliate links, and YouTube revenue, I've probably made around $700 today. Marketing for musicians. So I don't know a lot about the music industry when it comes to where it's at now. I know that it's much harder now to become something because everybody can put their content out there. Before it was if you want to get recognized, it was very special to get recognized. Right now, everyone can put their content out there. I don't really know much about the music industry. I actually have a guy who I'm going to be bringing on who's more of a professional in the music industry. He's actually worked for an agency that does marketing, and they specified in musicians and rappers and stuff. So we'll have him on, and hopefully he'll be able to. Podcasts I recommend for marketing. There's literally sales and marketing podcast. It's something like that. Like literally, guys, just look up marketing, social media marketing in the App Store or wherever, and you'll find a ton of podcasts. And just start listening to them. Figure out which ones are good for you. Some podcasts are great content, but they might be really boring for you. The ones I like aren't that good, maybe for you. I really like the business story ones where it's like how I built this. That's a good one. How do you make your money? I make my money through multiple different sources of income. Let's get into that. So how I make money right now: social media marketing, YouTube ad revenue, affiliate links, selling on Amazon, e-commerce store, eBay store, also ledking.com. Go ahead, check it out if you guys interested in some LED lights, but ledking.com. And I still work at the club on weekends because it's just fun. Are you on track to making 6 figures a year? Yes, I would say I'm definitely on track for that this year. How much time do you put into building these companies up? Yeah, that's a hard question. So obviously at the beginning of any company, it takes a lot of time to build up. I would highly recommend focusing more on one company. When it comes to how much time I put into each business, social media marketing takes up a lot of time. If you guys haven't checked out Tanner's course for Amazon marketing, I have a video on that. Go check that out. Click my link down there, and you can check out his course. But that takes like no time to get started. Maybe a week or two of research, and that's only like an hour a day of research, just kind of checking it out. So that's not a lot of time. So in general, if you're wondering how much I work a day, let's say honestly like 10 hours a day sometimes if I'm doing social media marketing. That's because I'm trying to like hustle. But when it comes to like, this isn't work to me though. Like it takes time for me to do a video. And that I spend 5 hours editing a day half the time, but that's not work to me, right? That's what I enjoy doing. So like, I don't have any like things that I consider to be work. Is Tanner's course shit like the Tai Lopez one? I wouldn't say so. I've made my money back on that, so I'm happy. And Tai Lopez course isn't overly shit. It's just more for amateurs. Somebody just asked, should I do the Tai Lopez program? If you haven't done it already, I mean, like, You can do it. It's going to teach you. Like, it will honestly teach you the A to B. A lot of you people have already done it. You'll just have to do more research after that. It's definitely something that you're going to have to do more than that. If you guys haven't done the course already, you're going to need some starting point. And if you have done the course, you really need to do more knowledge on that, guys. Don't just leave it at that. Don't think that now you've just done one course that you know everything about marketing, because you are far, far, far off from it. A lot of people ask me, do I need to be an expert in Google AdWords to do social media marketing? No. You can outsource Google AdWords. I would highly recommend when it comes to doing AdSense and AdSense. I mean, when it comes to doing like SEO, I'm no SEO expert. SEO is a lot more in depth than just doing social media marketing. Like it takes a lot more time to learn it and kind of understand it. So I would recommend outsourcing that. I outsource mostly on. I do a lot of outsourcing on Fiverr, actually, when it comes, not for so much SEO, and just for like logos and stuff. And then when it comes to Upwork, when I'm doing SEO, I've got a guy on there. My prices for running a business is social media. Honestly, I don't do under $1,500 a month. Where do you get more knowledge on social media marketing? You can do courses like through Udemy. You can do podcasts, watch videos. Like, there's so much knowledge out there. Do you do any drugs? I actually don't do any drugs, to be completely honest. When do you know you're ready to begin? Okay, that's a great question. I get this so many times. People be like, I'm on video number 20, and I'm not sure if I am ready or not to go to clients. Like, come on. Guys, if you are confident enough, if you feel like you are confident, don't worry about your website. Don't worry about anything like that. It's your confidence level and how much you know. If you know what you're going to tell a business, if you're like, you know what, this is what we're going to do, this. You know what, honestly, I'm just starting this, but I know that if you give me the chance, I can definitely put all my work and effort into it. You guys need to have the confidence to go to a business. It does not matter how old you are, how far along you are. The fact is that you're going to live and you're going to learn. No matter what, when you've been doing jobs, for example, I don't care if you worked at McDonald's. When they trained you on cash, did you think you were ready for the first time you did cash? Probably not, but what did you do? You learned it, and you just did it as you went. You made mistakes, you screwed up, and you got over it. And that's what you're going to be doing with this too. What do you wear when you approach a new business? So I go for business casual wear. I mean, like, be yourself more than anything. But how quickly can I get a client? That is all up to you, man. That is completely up to you. How many clients would you take on if you only had 2 hours per day? I would be putting more effort into it than that. But if you only had 2 hours a day, I would only do, like, depending on how much outsourcing you want to do. If you're doing all outsourcing, then you could take on a few clients. But if you're doing 2 hours a day, maybe just 1 or 2 clients. Door to door, email or call, which one first, whatever one you have time for. If you're sitting on the car ride to wherever, you're sitting in the passenger seat, DM clients the whole way there. Why not? Do you need a business license to get clients? I would recommend having an LLC or something behind it. You can work as a freelancer, but I would just highly recommend doing an actual business. If you're going to put your time into it, you might as well make it legit. I failed to close multiple clients, actually. A lot of you guys saw the video that I had with the lawyer. That's a good story to tell, I guess. I did work for that lawyer, so I went to them and I got them. They allowed me to do their business story video, and he was really for it. The one guy was really for it. He's like, yeah, no, this is what I want to do. Social media marketing, that's where it's at. Unfortunately, his partner was not there at all. She did not want to. So when it came to that, I was unable to close that client. She was having none of it, and their business partner, so I couldn't close it. These things happen. What do I outsource? That's a great question. So I will outsource. So here's actually a funny story. For the business story video that I did for my lawyer client, what I did for them is I spent 4 days straight editing their business story video because I don't know. There was something about it. I didn't like what I was doing. I was not happy with it. And I was getting really frustrated. I spent 4 days editing. I had it done to what I thought was done. I'm like, you know what? We're going to try here. I'm going to pay somebody $20 on Upwork to edit that. So I gave him an hour and a half worth of footage, gave him $20 and said, can you edit this down to 2 minutes? These are the key points I want in there. He had it done in 4 hours, and it was better than mine. And I actually showed the business, both of them. I said, which one do you like more? They chose his. So I learned after that. I'm like, a lot of times I can make good content. I mean, you guys have seen some of my edits. I'm not by no means am I professional, but I'm fairly good when it comes to editing on the computer. But when it came to that, he got me beat, and it took 4 hours for him, 4 days for me. So you do the math on that, how much other time I could have been doing, right? What do you use for motivation? I'm a huge fan, again, of podcasts. I will throw a podcast in my ear. If you guys aren't you know what? Let's have a real talk. I'm going to get into this now because I personally have honestly battled with depression before. Since this is a live stream, we can kind of get into this a little bit more. I had a girlfriend for 3 years. She cheated on me. I was really fat back then too. I was overweight. I had really bad acne. I lost my job. I lost my girl. I was living alone. Like, I was depressed, and I never felt depression before until then. Unfortunately, when I went through that depression, I had to find ways to get out of it. So for me, getting out of that depression was a series of realizing that I didn't need somebody else to be happy. I wasn't out there to prove anything to anybody else. And I think that's one of the issues you guys have when it comes to your agencies, is that you're so focused on approval from your friends. You say, hey, you know, I started a social media marketing agency. I'm going to be this. You talk a lot of smack, and then you get depressed or you get discouraged because you can't back it up. I know what it feels to do that. Now I've learned, don't even talk about it to people. You might be so excited about it. Yeah, you can talk about that. But like, you know, you can't expect people to, you can't tell them everything. You can't say, this is how much I'm going to make if you're not actually going to get there. Keep your goals silent to yourself and get there slowly and smash them day in and day out. And that way, when you wake up in the morning, you can smile. Doesn't mean anybody else needs to know. Let them say whatever. You're playing this for the long-term game, guys. Don't think that you're just in this for, you know, a little bit. So getting back to my story, I was super depressed. And I actually started a snowplow company because I didn't have any, like, I literally had, I don't know, maybe $1 grand in savings. I was working at a fairly good job. I had a pretty much brand new truck, so I was doing truck payments. So I managed to find a snowplow truck and plow for $500. I bought that, managed to weld it onto my new truck, and from there, I started my snow removal company. And I actually made $30,000 that winter just from snow removal alone. And that kind of gave me the confidence to learn that I was able to do something. But it was a matter of me just learning that I don't care what other people think. Like, there's no point, guys. You know, you're so focused on what everyone else is saying, and you really shouldn't. What's the most important skill to know when going through SEO? Social media marketing. Being personable, being outgoing, being a person who can actually go talk to clients. Because if you're some dull whatever, you're pissed off all the time, you need to have a positive outcome. Guys, you do not need a lot of technical know-how when it comes to this, because a lot of it you can outsource. But if you're being smart with your money and you're being smart with your investments and you're talking to the right people, you know, you need to just have a positive outcome. That's, I would say, the most important part of social media marketing, honestly. Because without that, like, you're just going to be depressed and you're not going to be able to do anything. What's your most important thing in your life? So if you guys want to get a little bit emotional, I've seen a lot of like personal questions on here. The most important thing in my life would be my own happiness and the health of my family, guys. I've gone through emotional trauma myself. I've been through things where like I've been unhappy with my own life and unhappy with myself. I've talked about earlier, been through depression and stuff. The number one thing is making sure that you're happy as a person. You're happy with what you're doing versus what everyone else is doing. Has this new venture helped you through that? Yeah, it has. So doing social media marketing and owning my own business and being able to work from home has helped me, because I've been able to do whatever it is that I want. If my friends say they want to go out, I can go out. I have the money to be able to do so. I have the freedom to do so. I'm not working all the time. One thing that I will admit, it gets a little lonely here. Luckily, my mom works from home still, so I'm doing kind of like the Gary Vee style thing. I'm still living at home. As you can see, I've got like a basement apartment down here. The reason I do that is to save up money, because I want to buy a house fairly straight up versus renting and stuff. So that's why I do that down here. Diversify sources of income, 100%, guys. If you guys are only doing one thing, you need more than that. That's why I personally do social media marketing, affiliate marketing. I've got my YouTube ad revenue, fulfillment by Amazon, my e-commerce store, which I'm very passionate about. You'll hear me talk about that a lot because I love my e-commerce store. I love the fact that I did that. It's very small, actually, but I've got a connection with that. I can't let it go. I'm not focused on it, but I can't let it go. I need to actually build that up. But 100%, guys, you need to diversify your income. But if you're doing a social media marketing agency, you can build that up. Just make sure that you're investing. Ryan Hildreth, if any of you guys have money that you want to invest in, Ryan Hildreth has a course that you can invest a lot of money in. I'll probably leave it down in the link in the description when this video is actually posted. But he does an investing course, which apparently is amazing. He actually sent it over to me for me to check out, and I'm just getting into it now. Great course. Definitely recommend it. How would you approach making an app for a company? So apps are huge. There's a few app developers that I wanted to talk to about a few different apps. You can find them on Upwork. You can find them in a few different places. You can look in your local area too, depending on how much you're willing to spend. Obviously, somebody in America or in Canada are going to be a little bit more money than outsourcing it to somebody else. But then again, they're going to really know what you're doing. Apps can cost $5,000 to $12,000 if you're looking for an advanced, really good app. But it can also cost not a lot of money at all. Any mistakes I've made? One of the mistakes I made for sure was spending way too much time at the beginning on my social media marketing agency, focusing on my appearance, focusing on what I look like on my website, all this stuff. Because I thought, oh, what if a business looks me up? Like, that's true to a point. They're going to look you up. But at the same time, if you don't have clients and you're spending all this time and money into it, like, you're not getting anywhere. You need to get that experience. Go out doing door-to-door. That's the best thing about door-to-door and phone calls, is they're likely not going to look you up. If you're emailing them and you have a link to your website, they're going to check you out. But a lot of times you go door-to-door or call them bonjour, then yes, they are 100%. They're probably not going to look them up. I don't know. Sorry, sidetracked, squirrel. But hopefully that person was a French Canadian. Can you actually live from my SMMA? Can I actually live? Yeah, if you put enough time and effort into it, social media marketing could be all you need to do, but you need to build an actual business off of it. A lot of you guys are doing short-term stuff. If you're going to build a business, build an actual business, think about in the future, okay, I'm going to need to hire employees. Make this a huge goal. Say, 20 years from now, I want to have a social media marketing agency that has its own office, own whatever. Things are going to change. That's the best thing about this. You guys are thinking, man, it's probably oversaturated. So many people are starting this. First of all, guys, 90% of the people who start social media marketing aren't going to do it. So that means that out of the only 85 of you who are on here right now, 87, sorry, growing, only maybe 10 of you are going to continue doing this. The fact is that if you're not putting enough time and effort into it, you're not going to grow it. And a lot of you guys are thinking way too short term. You got to think long term. So when it comes to objections, I'll say, okay, so when it comes to overcoming objections, yeah, there's so many objections you can get, guys, honestly. But if you're doing it right, you're going to be able to, first of all, not get as many objections. So I think that it really has to do with your sales pitch. If you're getting objections, there's a reason for it. Your sales pitch isn't good enough. The way you're approaching them might not be good enough. Of course, some business owners are always going to be like, I've had some that like I could help. There's a business in my town right now that my sister actually works at, one of the first ones I pitched to, and I could 150% help them out. Unfortunately, they don't want my help. And I've tried a few different ways, but they're very stubborn. They're very old-fashioned, so it sucks about that. And I've tried that. Eventually, sometimes you can't get that client. But when it comes to overcoming simple objections, just be reasonable. Be straight up with them. If they say, oh, the one objection I've gotten was literally 90% of the people who come in my store don't have social media. And I questioned them on it. I said, okay, how do you know that? And then they're like, oh, well, they're all over the age of 60. I said, did you know that 35% of people over the age of 60 are on Facebook? So that's still a large percent, right? Like my grandma's on Facebook. My grandma's got a cell phone. Like she's whatever, like almost 70 years old, right? These people at this age, we're already getting to that point where elderly still have Facebook. Somebody just asked, what would you do if you were going to start from scratch? What would I do differently than what I've already done? There's a lot of mistakes I've made when it comes to my own agency, and number one would be not reaching out to more clients, not spending hours a day reaching out to clients, especially when you first start. You have that fire in your belly, like you need to be reaching out to clients, guys. I'm talking about hundreds. You could reach 100 clients a day, no problem, if you're putting your time and effort into it. So reach out to them. Throw out like just emails, phone calls, going door to door. I know that door to door can be uncomfortable for a lot of you guys, but it's honestly not that bad when you get going. Of course, there's people who are more outgoing than others. If you're not good at door to door, if you're honestly like shaking, like you can't get over it, personally, I'm a strong believer that anybody can get over any fear. And I'm talking about like the deepest fears. You're scared of spiders, you can get over that. But going door to door is definitely a fear that you should try to get over as best as you can, whatever it takes to do it. But when it comes to the number one regret that I have that I should have done, I would focus way more on getting clients. When it comes to going door to door and gaining confidence doing that, how do you have confidence going door to door? The fact is you need to start considering it as a conversation. You are talking to this person one-on-one. This isn't an alien. Guys, this is another human being. What I do when I go door to door, and this is something that actually is going to sound hilarious, but when you first start, when you're walking down that street, say hi to people. Make eye contact with people walking past you. If they walk past you, go, hey, honestly. And you'll realize, I said hi to that person, that, like, I didn't get struck by lightning, you know, like, nothing happened, they didn't turn around and say, you know, fuck you. The fact is that they're human. They probably enjoy, they're probably like, oh, hey, type of thing, right? Like, you guys are so scared as if it's, like, someone who's not from this planet, but the fact is that you really need to understand that you're having a conversation with these business owners. They are people, they are honest people just like you and me that you need to have conversations with. Don't just make it seem like it's something out of the blue, guys. Like, don't make it seem like it's something so unnatural to you. You're just talking to them. What do you do when a client is already employing a marketing service? You show them that you are better than them, and that is a fact. One thing I could leave you guys with is you need to grow your confidence. You guys need to start being more confident in yourselves. Don't underestimate yourselves. Understand that you guys have the power to do whatever it is that you want to do. If you feel like you don't know enough about marketing, you can look it up. If you're not interested in marketing and you're scared because you started this and you're not into it, there's other ways you can do it. Guys, do not do something that you hate to do. I know I just got a little bit off topic here, but do not do anything that you hate to do. If you do not like social media marketing, then guys, don't do it. It's very simple if you don't enjoy it. But if you do enjoy it, continue to do it. Make sure you guys are always doing something that makes you happy. That's the number one thing I've learned 100%. Money means absolutely nothing. Happiness is everything. You have to have a great mindset in order to have a great life. Guys, I appreciate you watching so much. I'll hopefully edit this video down a lot more. I have to go through it and make it YouTube ready, but I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for watching.